Alright, so day 4 of the Grand Canyon, I'm going to be doing a 2-day hike. And it's going to be down North Kaibab, which I'm going to skip all the way until Skeleton Point because that's what you guys saw on day 1. All the way down to the Bright Angel Campground. I'm going to stay there for the night, and then I'm going to hike up Bright Angel. So let's get on with it. Alright, so here I am past Skeleton Point, and that would be Skeleton Rock there, or point, or mountain, or I don't know what they call it. But as we get closer and closer down, you can see how this trail zigzags. There's a couple people ahead of me, and I don't know if we're all going to the same point or not, because it is still early in the morning. I want to thank the guy who said he worked there that I met at Indian Garden. He asked me how my hike was going while I was waiting for water, and he gave me a piece of tape that temporarily patched my knee and gave it a little bit of extra support that got me almost all the way up the canyon. That was phenomenal of you, and I'll make sure that I bring some next time I go hiking. Thank you very much, sir. And here we are, just a little bit further down. You can see that's that rock there. So I'm probably about 300 feet, and this is where they say that it actually gets more difficult on your way up, and that's because, yes, it is very steep. And if you look there, that wet spot's because I had to go because I have overhydrated this morning. But it's still a hell of a view. And just about everybody that's down here now are people that are going to stay at the bottom, so I'm making friends. Alright, so I just kind of want to catch, like, going around a bend so you can see it the same way I do. Sort of. That crack there, that's where I'm going. You know me, always trying to get in the crack. Always trying to go down, but always struggling to get back up. Okay, Tonto West, which I think is maybe the halfway point. And there's an outhouse here in case you gotta take a poop. And I already kind of did something. Well, I peed. But whew, I gotta get over there. I wasn't going to. I was gonna like skip this and go. Oh, Tonto East is that way. I was gonna skip this and go that way, but I don't know. I might have to look at a map. Here I go walking across. I think I want to take west, because I think I'm going like there, but I'm not entirely sure, so I kind of want to look at the map. This is where I first met Cincinnati. Yes, I met a lot of very cool people on this trip. No, I don't remember anyone's names, but I know Cincinnati was there with his family. He was cool as hell, and later down the trail he actually noticed that my leg was hurting, and he let me borrow one of his trekking poles. One of the most awesome people I met on the trail, and I want to give a huge shout out to him and his family for being so generous. And the girl that you can see just barely at the end of this clip, I believe she was one of the only other people that was doing it alone, and I had to wonder how that was possible because she was gorgeous and she knew what she was doing. I was happy to be able to talk to her for a moment after camp. It seems like a great spot for lunch. I don't blame you. It is. I'm getting closer by the step, although I kind of have been since the top. It's wild. The further you go, each little detail, as it becomes, directly in your face, the place is absolutely amazing. Can't quite see the water from there. It's quite amazing. Now, No, I'm not looking at that shadow, but just the way that the trail keeps wrapping around, 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 around. And you will eventually get to that bridge that you will go across, and of course I will film that. But I see those kayaks at the bottom. They might be rafts. That's still hundreds of feet from here, which is amazing. And it's still the most miraculous thing I've ever seen. I look back, and that shaded stone there are people there. And that was the trail, and I let a girl pass me because she was going up there. But that is like 200 feet above me, which is also miraculous because I only did that in maybe 10 minutes. Alright, so now I'm even closer. And I don't think, I think you go around that way. But the cool guy that just passed me gave me this trekking pole, which is cool because I've been like twisting my left knee on the way down, and I'm not used to my left knee being the weak one because my right hip is usually the weak one, but maybe favoring the right because of that has led to my left getting weak, and that's not going to be any better as I get older. But what you're looking at there is a stream, and there's a bridge over that, but I'm going to be following this trail, which goes up that way. And we'll see you down there. Just ran into a kid that, was in a rush to get to the bottom so he could get back up in one day. And I hope that he'll be okay, because he looks pretty tired now. And you can see how far from the river we are, which, yeah, it's probably still another 100 feet, but in comparison, we can't even see the tops from where we're standing, which someone else I want to thank is the guy who slept across the way from me in the campground. I think he was there for 2 days with a group of 6 women plus himself. That's a pretty miraculous feat in itself. He gave me the rest of his dinner, which was awesome. I did bring food, but he brought better food, so it was awesome that he was willing to give it away. And in exchange, I rinsed out the dish for what it was worth. But I really want to thank him because that was awesome. And I also want to give a big shout out to the 2 ladies that I talked to on my way to Ribbon Falls. You were very cool, and pretty for that matter. And it just seems weird that all the women were down there hiking around by themselves when they were all such lovely women. I also want to give a shout out to the couple that slowed me down at the beginning of the day, the following day. And yeah, I know I was kind of getting in the way, but the idea was you guys were going slow, and slowing me down was good for my body. And it turned out that I didn't actually start to hurt until the very top, and I have you to thank for that. Another couple people that I want to thank was the father and son that I talked to momentarily on the way up. It was very cool, and I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your stay in the canyon because, well, I certainly did. Another group that I want to thank, it was a group of 7 that I met, each one of them as I was climbing up, because they were slowly passing me even though they started later than me, and most of that was probably because, well, my leg was wearing down as the day went on, but it was very cool to hang out with you. Alright, so now I'm not all the way at the bottom, but I'm pretty close, and you see those pictures, but it is quite magnificent, and like I said, this gift keeps giving. It is definitely worth it. I'm not saying it's the most beautiful thing in the world, but apparently to some it is. It's definitely worth sharing with my friends, but many of them cannot do this. I'm not even entirely sure I can. No, I know I can't. It's just my knee, and I do better with less standardized trails. I don't know why this shot really caught me, but it did, and I was going to take it as a picture, but I think I'm giving you guys too many pictures in the slideshow and not enough video. Not that you won't see plenty of video, because I am shooting video and I have no idea when it's all going to come together, because I'm not using my vacation to, well, my days off to edit video. And it seems that I also don't use my days on to edit video, so. But you will see this. And I might even cut out that I said you would see it. Maybe Friday, I don't know. It's that little stream that you could see from way up there. Somewhere. I want to thank the girl who saw me struggling not too far from the top, maybe a few hundred feet, and actually waited at the top to make sure I got all the way to the top, and that was very phenomenal. So if anybody wants to stay a night in that with me, just let me know. You have to have the proper genitalia and be able to do everything you just saw and everything you're about to see, because, well, I'm not looking at it that way, but this is rock fall, no stopping. I'm not looking at it that way, but you will be. Select and occupy, one site per group. Display permit on tent. Store food and ammo cans. Keep off vegetation areas. Pack out all trash. I am here. Alright, so I changed my mind, and this is actually my site. It is site 4, and I'm probably going to wander around a little bit. I got to return this trekking pole that I was given and get a bottle of water filled, because yeah, the Camelback's nice, but I don't want to have to carry all that. So I'm going to go do some exploring. See, there's a mule over there. As long as I stay downwind for the mule, it'll be alright, but if anything, being level with them, so long as the wind's not blowing straight down that cliff across their pen and across to me, I should be good. Going one way or the other, I'll be good. And it feels like it's blowing exactly how I said it was. So there you go. I want to thank the ranger who was at the bottom of the canyon when I went. He was very cool, very informative, and I liked some of his opinions, and I'm glad that you are pursuing the job of your dreams. I know there's a good chance you'll probably never see this because there's no internet at the bottom of that canyon, but the show you put on about the pack rat was pretty damn awesome. And well, I probably won't be back to get another informational show from you, but if I ever am, I hope it's from you and not some other ranger. Alright, so I had a drink and now I'm wandering. I probably should have stripped down to my shorts and been walking around like that, but it is what it is. I'm still in pants, but I ditched the pack, so I'm wandering. Another group that I want to thank were the couple that we got the perspective from the bottom, and that's actually this picture that you guys are looking at now. They were very cool, and I'm thankful that I was able to talk to them for just a moment, and I don't blame you for not going all the way. Apparently we weren't going to get across that stream where the bridge was out to get to Ribbon Falls anyway, and well, I went quite a distance. I hiked for 2 hours and I still didn't get there, and then sun was going to set, so it is what it is. But it was very cool to talk to you guys, and I did enjoy that perspective, as you can see here. Here I come to another bridge. And this isn't a trail that the mule walk on, so it's not quite as kept. But this is the trail. This is a trail where the water pipe goes and the sewer line goes, and that's how they have those buildings down there. And I have met some wonderful people, and I suspect I'll meet some more, because I've never met someone on a trail that was a bad person, at least not to your face, you know? And that's how it works. Sadly, I had to give up the Ribbon Falls trek because it's 5 o'clock now, sunsets at 7 o'clock, and I was at the ranch at 3 o'clock, so I'm 2 hours out, and at my speed I am probably fairly close, but I don't want to risk the sun setting while I'm out here, so I'm heading back. I want to thank the group that I played Cards for Humanity. I think that's what it's called. in the Phantom Ranch. That was awesome, and it was a good way to pass the time. And I like being able to sit behind Cincinnati and watch him lose the game of Jenga that they played for the entire time that we played Cards Against Humanity. That was awesome, and you guys were awesome. That was actually really funny and entertaining. Well, I'm all packed up and already on the trail. As you can kind of see, you know, it's morning. And it's interesting to see how the light hits the land. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank the guy who gave me his water. And I was maybe only 75 feet from the top, but that was the most amazing thing for me right then, because it was actually cold, clean, awesome water. And I hadn't filled up since Indian Garden, so I was really getting low, and the water from Indian Garden tasted really, really bad. So having fresh, cool water was amazing. Thank you very much, man. You're awesome. I am here at Indian Village, which is not quite halfway. Excuse me. Pump station. It's a little bit more involved here. There's a lot of people. A whole lot of them. Well, now I really got to pace myself, because apparently my camelback sprung a leak, and I didn't realize that it was water on my back, because I thought I was just sweating. I think I'm almost there, like within a half mile, maybe even less. It's been a long day, and I know I haven't taken much video for the majority of this trip, but that's because of, well, where I'm at. It's more of a photo place. But I have met a lot of amazing people, and while I don't expect to come back here for a very long time, if I ever do, I'll probably sleep in a cabin. Well guys, I'm almost back to the car now, so this is the end of my Grand Canyon trip, whatever you want to call it. I made it one piece. I'm happy about that. It is a long day, a long couple days, but you know, it's worth it, because I did it. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see my other adventures, or maybe what I'm angry about, you can check out those videos there. As always guys, I want to thank you for watching. I wouldn't do this without you. I'll see you on my fans later.